All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Umstead. I am the owner of the Nathaniel Group, as well as the host of the RNG Radio Show. I want to thank you first and foremost if you're checking me out live. And I wanted to delve into a little bit, actually, into IT. Okay, this whole tech thing and such. So when you're dealing with yourself and you are by yourself, make sure that you know what you're doing the day before, because it's just been an up and down roller coaster where I'm like, oh, I have it right, I don't have it right. Oh, this is perfect, and I don't have it perfect. So, folks, if you are doing anything with technology in a presentation format, make sure you have that thing locked down. Because I'm like, all right, now I'm good to go. So, I apologize for the delay that are checking me out live. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Daniel Umstead again with the Nathaniel Group, and we typically go over on the radio show repair, real estate, resume writing, the clean section, and a little motivation to get you throughout the day. I apologize. This is live and it's in the morning, so there might be a couple of hiccups, but not too many. So, getting started here for credit repair. Those that don't know, I do run a credit repair program alongside a financial services company and a beautiful lady, T. Hughes. So you can check us out both through Incredible Credit Changers. But what the financial services company does, it does help you remove bad debt collections, medical bills, and so forth with the assistance of credit attorneys. Now, can you do this stuff on your own? By all means. Have people been burned by, credit repair companies? Definitely. I don't want you to feel like, hey, 17th time is a charm. We got this. No. By all means, I still want to provide you those assets that are available to you, but you pretty much got to do your own work. Excuse me. So, with UCES, which is Credit Education. Yes, United Credit Education Services. Like, you don't know the name of your company, you might need to talk to somebody. What is included is 12 free services. 12 free services that are included, and I talked about these before: budgeting, credit restoration, credit builder, credit attorney, credit monitoring, debt payoff, identity monitoring, life insurance, and today we are going to discuss financial lockbox. Now, financial lockbox, and I just want to get this out of the way. The way you know, financial lockbox keeps all of your passwords and information locked into one stored account. As before, I was doing UCS because I'm not only an agent, but I'm also a client as far as fixing my own credit and getting to where it needs to be at. But with financial lockbox, something as simple as Google Drive, Google Sheets, you can put all your information in there as far as having to get a stored location. Google part seems to be secure, so you're more than welcome to do that. But you got to go there. You got to type it in. You got to get your information together. It's not going to be organized to the point where it's like, hey, just a click of a button. You got to log into your email, then you got to click on Google Drive, so on and so forth. So with financial logbox, it's pretty much for those that may find themselves in a position where it's like, dang, and it goes along with the life insurance policy. It's like, oh my gosh, what happened to Bill? Now I got to take care of Bill, or unfortunately Bill is no longer with us, so now I have to get into his finances just to see what was what and being out what was what. So with that being said and all, with the financial lockbox, that keeps all that information stored in one location. Your interactive virtual safety box establishes a complete listing of all life insurance policies, bank accounts, and other financial data for your records, as well as an appointed contact. All your financial documents organized and easily accessible, especially at tax time. Restores your records easily in case of a fire, earthquake, or flooding, and your data is safe and secure against hackers with state-of-the-art encryption program. And again, appoint a contact person to be notified of your records in the event of an emergency. So this is, 10 times the beneficiary that you're looking for in life. So you might have a life insurance policy or need to get one. Yeah. But when you're able to appoint somebody, you know, especially if you fall ill, folks, we're dealing in tough times right now where, you know, at the drop of a hat, somebody could become, you know, very, very ill. So somebody stepping in to assist that, it's like, oh my gosh, here. And then it's like, wait, all I need to do is click this button. So the financial logbox is just another feature that we like to offer. If you'd like to contact me directly after hearing this, excuse me, I can be reached at 267-702-3756. All right, and before I go on to my next segment, this is why, and I'm being very vulnerable and humble here, folks. When I was starting to do the radio show, I had this great plan and how everything was going to go step by step. It is now I'm like, wait, this isn't right, or that isn't right. And when I was initially doing Facebook Live, as you see me here today, I was trying to include videos, but for whatever reason, those videos weren't playing of the interviews that I had. So what I'm going to be doing moving forward, and just so you're aware, and that way, you know, if you ever come back to this video, you can be like, oh, you know what, I did actually discuss that. So what I'm going to be doing is promoting those folks during the actual radio show, and then the links to their actual full video interviews will be available to the audience that are watching right now. In addition, they will have it as well. That is that moving forward. So my guest that you will actually see today is none other than Dia Gilliard of King's Dia's. So be sure to check out the full video interview, which will be available to you later on in the comments if you haven't already checked it out on YouTube as of right now. So moving forward, I wanted to get into real estate. So, okay, I'll accept the cookies. I went to smallbizclub.com, and I was reading, or actually I was coming across a post, and nobody ever talks about, or very rarely do they talk about, realtors needing to get their own LLCs or S Corp. So today, I pulled an article. Folks, I'm not an expert. Please either seek financial advice or talk to an accountant in regards to getting an LLC set up or an S Corp set up. But the main thing is that just do your research. Now, can these things be done on your own? Have I done my LLC on my own? Yes, by all means, but you got to do the research. One place I can recommend for doing it on your own, and this is just because I did use them, is a Northwest registered agent. But smallbiz.com, what an LLC can mean to real estate agents, and this article was done by 1-800-Accountant and done on September 16, 2019. So I'm going to just get straight down to the facts here, folks. Tax flexibility. Having an LLC allows you to take the S Corp election with the IRS, which can save you money on self-employment taxes. Separating business and personal finances. So a common but hefty mistake when starting out as a real estate agent is to combine finances with personal finances, such as when they put business expenses on their personal credit card. So not saying that you couldn't. I definitely had expenses when I first started out, and even when I did go to H&R Block, who I utilized, the gentleman had told me, like, hey, you know, you just need to show and reflect the line item and how it was utilized. Something as a cell phone bill, the general question was, hey, do you use it more than 50% of the time? Folks, this is for different states. I need you to research or talk to a tax professional in regards to it. I don't want you to think that it's like, oh, well, Dan told me that it's more than 50%. And I definitely use the phone more than 50%. Everybody's going to be different. In addition, your accountant, the state of Pennsylvania, might be different from the next one. So ultimately, though, you want to separate your business and personal finances, because at the end of the day, those are those tax write-offs. Raising professional credibility. Selling or buying a home is such a large commitment and a huge life-changing event. Potential clients will absolutely want to work with someone they perceive as being a professional. So that part, I'll honestly take out. Nobody's going to be looking at you like, do you have an LLC? Or are you incorporated? Did you file your taxes last year? What is your EIN number? Can I look you up on the IRS tax registry? Nobody's going to be doing that. But you actually if you actually present yourself well and show that you're being a professional, no background, no syndication, no title, if you will, to your business is going to make any difference in regards to that. Now, can you do things from forming an LLC to make you professional? Probably host a radio show, probably do credit repair, probably, of course, be an agent, probably look into motivational speaking where the company pays the LLC. So there's many benefits to that. So the considerations after forming an LLC. So after you form an LLC for your real estate endeavors, there's some actions you can take that can yield further benefits, such as getting an employee identification number. I would recommend just getting that first. You go to irs.gov, or even if you just Google irs.gov EIN number, you go right on there. It takes no more than 10 minutes. And I'm saying that because it should take no more than 5 minutes getting done. You are literally plugging in information on what your business does, who you are, like your name, and address, and that's it. And then your EIN number is created. Getting an S corporation election for your LLC with the IRS, fill out the IRS form 2553. So research this stuff, folks. I'm not the tax expert, not an expert, nor the lawyer in this, not yet. But you need to actually just do the research in regards to it. Opening a business bank account. I highly recommend Citizens Bank. If you want to know why, I'll just be honest with you. It's free. It's honestly free. There's no minimum balance that I need to put in, and I can put as low as $1 or $5. And they typically always will have promos going on. I honestly missed out on a $200 promo. I didn't follow directions properly. But when you follow directions properly, you get $200. So your money. Updating your W-9 form with your broker. That's just basic information that you need to do anyway. And transferring your personal real estate license to your LLC if your state lets you. So as long as your state allows you to do that, then by all means go for it. Being aware of any additional fees or filings or corporation fees can run from $40 to $550. An annual report with a filing fee may also be necessary. So I'll be blunt with you folks. I paid about $400 to get my LLC, started with Northwest Registered Agent. This past tax year, I paid $125. Simple as that. To keep my filings in place, to keep my LLC running the way they needed to be. So they say LLCs are a necessary asset for any small business owner, a protective barrier to separate your personal finances and interests from your business expenses and endeavors. So ultimately, take the time to investigate how to license yourself with an LLC, and do your research. I'm not saying that you need to go out there and rush, but definitely when it comes time for a tax year and they say like, oh, what was your personal expenses versus your business expenses? You'll be able to say, oh, my business expenses. I got a list for you. All right. So always be prepared. And, this is for everybody, and it's not just for real estate, but any business that you should be looking at that you do have, you should be looking at an LLC just to cover yourself. All right. So we went over credit repair, real estate. I wanted to go over some resume tips that you haven't heard before. We'll see about that because I'm pretty sure I discussed them a moment ago. This comes from Glassdoor.com, posted by Julia Malakoff, and this was done on August 27, 2019. So first one, only include your address if it works in your favor. Here's the tip in regards to that. If you are relocating, put down, honestly, the city, state, and zip code that you are planning to live in or planning to stay at. That's it. If you are currently in the Philadelphia, PA area, and there is a job, let's say at Horsham, PA, by all means, because if somebody says that I'm in 911 is a whole lot closer than maybe a zip code in 19146, which is like Grace Ferry, South Philadelphia. So that's what they pretty much mean as far as using the address to your advantage. Be a name dropper. Now, not so much name dropper saying that I work with this person, or you can check out this person, or you actually look at this person's profile. you'll see that I'm highly recommended. Now, being a name dropper actually goes over who you've been working with. So one of the examples that they have down here, close deals with Google, Toyota, and Bank of America. Number 3, utilize your performance reviews. No future employer is going to look at your past reviews and say, wow, you did a fantastic job, or I see what they mean by as far as improvement. What you need to do for your performance reviews is that if there's something that came out of it, a piece of paper, commendations, something as simple as you saying, like, I received a lot of verbal commendations for my work that I did at such and such company, great, and move forward with it. Don't go overboard with keywords, and that is honestly for your interview, not so much your resume. Don't go overboard with keywords. I think I discussed this. Many companies and recruiters use keyword scanning software as a tool to narrow the job applicant pool. Wow, I had no idea. No, I did have an idea because I told you about this already, folks. Yeah, the trick is, and it's honestly simple, you pull the keywords that are most important to you. Now, of course, a word like from a job description is going to be beneficial, but if you say credit and you don't have credit listed on your resume, you want to make sure that you plug that in somewhere, some way into your job description. I'm currently going to be recruiting today for a data entry clerk role out in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and for that one, as long as data entry is listed somewhere in the resume, to go for consideration. Use common sense email etiquette. Oops, first and last name, or last name, first name. That's it. There's nothing else to it. I don't want you to think like, wait, what? No, your first name, last name, your first name, dot last name, or your last name, dot first name at Gmail, Yahoo, MSN, what have you. But that's honestly as professional and as simple as you're going to get it. When it comes to skills, quality over quantity, actually, honestly, whatever fits. I can't tell you how many times that I've plugged in words such as teamwork, excellent communication skills, or proficient in Microsoft Word just to fit the number of bullets when it came to skills include da 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 da. Number 7, choose to share social accounts strategically. I swear LinkedIn is going to be calling me up and saying, man, we saw the show. How much would it cost for us to continue to advertise it? I'm just waiting for that call, waiting for that phone call. But yeah, with LinkedIn, that should be the only social media profile, unless you do have your own personal website. But if you have your own personal website, you really shouldn't be looking for a job, because your own personal website tells me that you are an entrepreneur and you own your own business. Number 8, use hobbies to your advantage. Don't put hobbies on your resume. Number 9, skip generic descriptors. Hardworking and self-motivated, self-sufficient, proactive and detail-oriented, all words you'll find on most people's resumes. And continue to use them, folks. Honestly, the resumes that I come across are missing those things, are missing hardworking team player, are missing self-motivated career professional looking to get started. So definitely utilize those words, but definitely don't add them in just for fluff. So if you were to just say, hey, when I was working as a cashier at Target, I was hardworking, self-motivated, self-sufficient, proactive, and detail-oriented. Right? I'm good, right? So make sure that you are utilizing those words in a proper sentence. Number 10, and I love this one, and it's something that you should be keeping a track of. Keep an accomplishment journal. And this is honestly just keeping track as far as who you're applying to, what win did you have, and when you count the small wins, and this is not even so much in life, but even when you count the small wins for applying, there's no reason why today you cannot have a small win. A small win is simply putting in an application. A small win could be dropping a voicemail to a potential employer. A small win could be like, hey, you know what? I told 3 people today that I was still looking for a job. Oh, I'll be good to go. Those are small wins, folks, because your small wins are any type of action steps taking toward reaching goal. Honestly, that's all. All right, and now I wanted to discuss the kings and queens section, and this was actually brought up because the first thing I saw yesterday, because I was like, hey, I was thinking of an earlier interview that I did, And one of the questions was, who would you choose as a celebrity parent? And my guy, Maximilian, said Jay-Z. So for whatever reason, I'm like, you know what? I'll even back that up even further. On Instagram, somebody had talked about using the comment, my buddy Tony Tinsley, saying grand opening, grand closing. So I finished it out with the encore lyrics. Grand opening, grand closing. I gave him man, oh, crack this can open again. Keep on trying over the pen. Oh, I messed it up already. I know. But I was like, hey, I wonder what Jay-Z is actually up to. So the first thing was apparently, I forgot the name of the song, but they're being sued currently right now, and it hit like every single news outlet known to man. Jay-Z and Beyonce are being sued. Jay-Z and Beyonce are being sued. Jay-Z and Beyonce are in a legal dispute. Jay-Z and Beyonce are in a dispute. And I'm like, over a song? Over a song? Over a song. Oh, folks, for those that have the internet, those that can Google stuff, you can easily look up, I don't know, past artists that have used and have gotten sued and settled outside of court in regards to using other people's songs. And Sharon had it, well, and Sharon had admitted that he did it, but it was a quick under the carpet. He got charged, fined, dude, under the table, and he was done and over with. Robin Thicke, for those that remember, Blurred Lines, where it was him, P.I. and Pharrell, they all got hit in a legal case matter, but I believe right now they're all doing well. Robin, you and I both know. I don't know why. I'm just still stuck on that. But anyway, Robin Thicke is a game show host, I believe. You have T.I., I believe he has his own personal podcast right now. And you have Pharrell Williams, who I just recently checked in the mail, had worked with the governor of Virginia in making June 19th an official state holiday. So, folks, I don't know what to tell you or which direction to go, but those folks seem to be doing well considering that they had this big lawsuit case in regards to Blurred Lines. So, Jay-Z and Beyonce are going to get past this, but I need you to understand during the Kings and Queens section, when you do become in that light, when you do get to that pinnacle, that point in your life where it's like all cameras and all eyes are on you, or people are just looking to take from you, please know that the spotlight will be shining hard. So I brought them up for the King and Queen section, for the King and Queen section, not so much to discuss the banter and the backlash that they got for suing, and whether it's true or not, it's something that they both will get past. I wanted to bring up the fact that the Ball brothers officially have now representation. On Monday, Rock Nation Sports announced the signing of Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, and LiAngelo Ball. So here's the thing, folks, and this is what I want you to apply to yourself, is that there is a local community. Now, I know that we're dealing with a crisis. I know that hey, you're not able to go out or you're not able to see any type of sports. But, folks, when it does come to that time where you're able to go out and you do have a business, think about that sponsorship and think about that endorsement that you can do for community sports, for youth community sports, working out those deals. Now, of course, the Ball brothers are on a completely different level in regards to getting close to the NBA or being part of the G League, and then gradually getting to the NBA. But you yourself, think about like, hey, is there anybody that I could sponsor? Is there a kid that I could sponsor, some college student that I could sponsor, and my own business can actually manage, for those that are bringing in the bucks, such as the Realtors. And by the way, for any real estate needs, 267-702-3756. But for the Realtors and anything that is bringing in growth and money into your business, if you're able to go out and sponsor and endorse, hey, that's part of building up the community, because at the end of the day, then it probably won't be as expensive as you think, because the basics might be stacks for the game, brand new school, brand new uniforms, and your own personal advertising. So, folks, it might be beneficial to you, but it is something that you would need to discuss with the youth program itself. In addition, maybe even starting your own youth program. It's just out there. All right. So understand, folks, that that leads me into my last part with the motivation in regards to leaving a legacy. So when you're leaving these legacies, Figure out how you're stamping your name on the world. Figure out how you are getting to the point where it's like, hey, people are going to recognize me. People are going to recognize the name. People are going to recognize the branding because I've done this over the years. I've done that. So because it's not so much what people look at you from 3 years, 5 years from now, or even 10 years from now. No, you're trying to get on Shakespeare status. How can I get people talking about me? How can I get people talking about this brand for 500 years to come? People still drink Coca-Cola, and that's been around since the late 1800s or early 1900s, around that section. I don't know the specifics, but we can ask Google. Hey, Google, when did Coca-Cola start? Oh. That's another thing. I don't know where Atlanta go. Oh, I swear that Google just does everything verbatim. So Atlanta, is Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, I just got that. So, folks, that's what we mean by leaving that legacy and leaving that name behind. That way, people can see who you are, what you can provide, and moving forward, what you can give to the world. So go out there, start building your legacy. Count those small win, folks. And hey, if you need anything, 677-702-3756. Tomorrow I have 2 guests on the show that I'll be discussing. One is an author / reverend, and the other has her own natural skincare product. So we'll be discussing them tomorrow on the RNG Radio Show. Thank you again so much. And you know what I'm going to say, folks. Stay blessed, my fellow millionaires. Have a good one.
Fleslet on the beat.